Here's a Winchester model 1906. Belongs to my grandfather. It's his first gun. We're going to take it all the way down, piece by piece. Going to bead blast it, re-blue it. We're going to take down the stock, and refinish the stocks. As you can probably tell by now, I have some work to do. See a crack right there. It runs up. That's why it was taped. You know, we got some cracking going on here and whatnot. So it is a Winchester 06, and it would be the expert model due to this forearm here. The fluted, they call it. It's got the beveling. Some were rounded and some had slots in them. Those were the first models. This one here is was manufactured in 1926. It's pretty old. So yeah, we're gonna begin taking it apart. And first thing you want to do is obviously make sure it isn't loaded. What you want to do is take out the magazine tube, set it aside. Take out the screws for the forearm. If the guy forgets and then he beats the hell out of it, and you got a broke forearm. You want to take out this retainer, slide it out. So you can kind of, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's got a bevel to it. It fits in there like a dovetail. It goes in one way, you can't mistake it. Next, what we want to do, there's a pin right here. We want to drive it out. It's right here. There's an indent on that magazine tube, and that's where it sets, and this can't be moved back or forth until that's out. Slide this magazine tube. Get this magazine tube out, and this forearm off. Okay. This piece here, it may just kind of, yeah, see how it spins? It's kind of just, it just rings in there. There's no sliding it straight in. You gotta literally turn it in to get it out. Spins in there, just like that. Next here, I'm gonna pop out slider, part of the action. So now what we're going to do, take the trigger group away from the receiver end, which is real simple. It's just screw right here. It's kind of beveled in. Just pop that up. Slide that right out. And all that is a little beveled end, rounded end that fits in to that bevel groove you can see there, and that's what locks it in. But now this here is locked in there. You will fight it, try to get it out. Real simple. There is a mechanism in here that locks it in, but when the hammer is cocked back, that it keeps it locked, so you can't, your bolt just don't come open. And you notice when your hammer falls, depresses your firing pin, that it undoes that mechanism, so you can recock it, and that's how you get that part out. If you can see that right there, this piece right here moving, so it's engaged. You just push in that firing pin button right there, just act like the hammer's on it, and pull that piece out, and that's that. Just take off the rear sight. This here I believe is a dovetail thingamajig. Yep. So see, it's got another dovetail in there like that. This here is the extractor. There's a pin that runs in there all the way through to here, so it sits in there basically like that, all the way through. This one isn't in there very good, so I'll just check it out by hand. Okay. Very dry. So there's your firing pin. So that's out. Now, what I'm going to do is get this tape off and see what kind of damage we got. Wow, I'm going to get that out. Oh, wow. Ever had an idea so crazy that it just might work? Attempting to do is fit a bigger screwdriver so I can apply more torque. There's a lot of tension for some reason. Any luck, this should pop off. This here's that flat spring. You will beat the shit out of this if you don't pay attention to this little particular part. I'm going to try to get you to see it. It's going to be hard to see if I can get it to focus. Now, as I spin this, you're going to see a pin. You can see it glimmer right there. It's really hard to see. It's a pin that goes through that bolt right there. See there, I'm gonna have to punch that out of there. That's its retainer. There you go, you can kind of see it right there. We need to get that out of there before we can even pull this out. Now, we need to get this spacer out, bushing. Okay, this shit should just come out. There we go. I'm gonna probably go ahead and leave this together. Sears holding it. What do we got here though? What we have here is a pin that is broke. As you can see, material left the pin exposed. Should look like this. That's that. Just a little wire spring. Okay. So now we have every little piece you can imagine except for that there. And these here pieces. I don't want to go beating on this either because, I mean, I could easily break this right here, smacking on that, or punching it out this way and it getting caught and it would just snap that right off. Then we got to get a whole new piece. So it's going to be just easier if I can clean it just like this, get it all bead blasted up. Okay, so I have it all in pieces. Next time you see it, it's going to be clean and ready for bluing.